In today's Tech Check, a modern way to celebrate the past. You know, more and more people are turning to DNA test kits to find out who they really are. It's a unique approach to family history, and Amy Iverson is here to share a few things to consider before you decide which DNA kit to try. Have you done this?
Yes, I have done it.
What did you learn? Anything? I love talking to people who have done it. I haven't yet. In our morning meeting, we were throwing it around. A lot of our producers and tech crew had, and it's fun to just hear the little nuggets you learn. So what did you learn?
Yes, well, for me, it was fascinating because I'm adopted. I have no family history at all.
What about you, friends?
Yes, so I had just like little snippets, like my mother was Japanese, supposedly. Nobody ever thinks I'm Japanese. So for me, it was kind of like, I want to make sure I know like what I am. So when people say, what are you all the time?
Answer the question.
I can tell them.
So you are Japanese.
I am 49.6% Japanese.
Amazing, 49.6.
Yes.
And it does break it down in such a unique way. And I meant to text him this morning, but Alex Boye, that singer and performer, his was just a mix and a blend of all sorts of nationalities.
It is fascinating.
And ethnicities. Okay, so there are two major companies out there that we hear a lot about. Let's start with the first one, Ancestry.
So Ancestry is, to me, these are kind of two different things. So Ancestry is if you want to work on your family history. Okay, they have a trove. They have millions and millions of records. So you get kind of a more generalized kind of ancestry of, but then you get to do these searches that are amazing. So you build your family tree. This is where you have to pay for a subscription to have the family history, which is okay, but they have a 2-week free trial if you want to try it out. And then the great thing is you start building that family tree. If you happen to be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they have a partnership and you have a way to get a free membership. Okay. I think a lot of people don't know that. And so that'll be in my column. You can figure that out.
To track that down. Yeah. And that becomes, I think, part of the fascinating puzzle as you start to link these together
finding people
and see how it branches out. So Ancestry DNA, the largest database, as I understand it.
By far, the largest.
And you recommend this for kind of family
history. If you're building that family tree, if you're stuck, you can't find someone, this is what you want to do.
The next one you tried, and I haven't heard a lot about this, admittedly, but 23andMe.
23andMe has the basic ancestry one for $100. Then you pay another $100 if you want the health information. This is fascinating because this is where it breaks down all of those. You may have a variant in this gene that your kids may possibly get this disease. I mean, it's just
Did it make
very
you nervous
granular.
To know that?
You know, it didn't because now. So here's these are the ones who gave me my specific ancestry.
Okay.
Ancestry DNA gives a more general. 23andMe is very specific. It didn't make me nervous because I didn't have anything bad on mine.
You're like, my report was great, so I felt great about it.
But the good thing is I think my mom had early stage Alzheimer's, and people said, why would you want to know? Because you can't cure it. I think it's important to know these things because you can prepare. So even if you're not going to have it, but your child might possibly have something, I think it's good to be prepared that the possibility exists.
Sure.
And so yes, I would say go for it.
What's the cost for these tests?
So Ancestry DNA is $100. 23andMe, the basic is $100, plus health is another $100. But you will just be fascinated by the things you learn, not only about these health things, you also learn traits. Remember when you were in elementary and you would learn, oh, your earlobes are probably attached because of if you have this gene, or, I mean, it lists the traits. Mine were, I think there are 19 where it tells you all these things. Mine were exact because it's genetic, right?
Wow.
It got one wrong. Here's the list of mine.
Oh my gosh, sweet versus salty. You prefer salty. It can tell you that?
It tells you, and these were all exactly correct.
Your toe ratio?
Yes.
Your sneeze reflex?
Yes.
Oh, this is fascinating.
It is fascinating. And then it also tells you kind of things like, if you have a hard time losing weight, it'll tell you like genetically, yes, your muscle composition, this is my favorite part. It said, my muscle composition is uncommon in elite athletes. So isn't that interesting that maybe if I think I'm going to go win a marathon, unlikely with my muscle composition.
WNBA pursuits on hold. Sorry, that career's not happening. Okay, I can't wait to try this. You're breaking it down in your column?
Yes, and I recommend people do both of these because family history is fascinating and the health component is fascinating. It's a price, but I think it's worth it.
All right, desertnews.com/Amy is where you go for her column. We'll link you over from our website. Thank you. Thank you, my, what were you?
Japanese.
Japanese friends.
Sayonara.
I love it.